So they'll be calling you a radical. Shelter in place. Close your windows. Monterey. So at the Elkhorn, one of the most beautiful ecologies on the face of the earth. One of my favorite places on earth. The Elkhorn, Moss Landing. Yay! Tesla gonna save the world! Tesla's Elkhorn battery factory. Just the fact that there is a toxic hellhole battery factory at one of the greatest ecology national parks on the face of the only place, one of them on earth, well, you'll see 60,000-pound wells washing up in with ducks and geese and sea otters and elk and freaking deer, freaking all in the same ecology. Wetland meets freaking Pacific Ocean, which used to be all over. San Diego was full of them. Oh, we got to turn it into tourism. They come in and dredged it all. So Tesla's battery pack on fire. Shelter in place. And you read the article. Shelter in place. No worries. Shut windows. And the next thing it says, shopping options. Fuck, people have just completely thrown the towel. So I'm walking the coast of California, the whole coast, in 2015. I'm in Monterey, and I go into Trader Joe's to get some peanut butter cups because you got to have high impact protein, you know, with lighter weight. I'm carrying a backpack. You know, I'm full of cancer. There's a woman in there, and she says, hey, Kevin Blanch, I've been waiting. I'm hoping I run into you. I've been watching your walk. I've been following along on your tide pool work. I'm originally from Utah. Oh, yeah? I've been here for, you know, many, many, many years. She's, you know, just a few years younger than me. No, I was out at the Elkhorn not that long ago. There's lots of sea anemones and sea urchins and freaking starfish out there. I says, that's funny because I just left there. There ain't nothing. Zero. It's a wipeout. No. I says, well, you got a car? Yeah. I says, you want to go on a date? What time you get off work? She says, I get off work about an hour. I says, let's go on a date. Let's go on a picnic. Okay. So we go back out there. And she's like, show me where you saw him. Well, right there. There ain't nothing. And it was at low tide. And she's like, well, maybe it's been a while. And remember, this is 2015. I says, like, maybe 2010? Yeah, it could have been. Toxic. So electric cars going to save you. No, they're not. No, they're not. The carbon footprint to making electricity, there's only fucking two answers. And the rest of the world understands this, but not consumption fucking America going psycho. It sure ain't fucking Elon Musk. Oh, fuck that creep. You remember I had you buying all that fucking Tesla stock in the day? I remember my videos used to show up in 2011 in Cal Berkeley's finance classes. I'm like, get rid of everything you've got, sell everything, and buy Tesla, buy Tesla, buy Tesla. Which I did. But I was uninsured. I forked over about $1 million worth of freaking Tesla and Apple stock to get into the bone marrow transplant. It's up 23,000%. Yay. They're toxic hellholes. The only two answers is solar, which California's already done. TikTok, what are you even fucking around with Diablo Canyon? $4.4 million a day in welfare pork to keep it open. Something we don't use. California, where's all your rolling blackouts? Lower consumption. Lower consumption. The sun. Lower consumption. The sun. Not fucking Tesla's battery packs. Fucking get rid of your third, fourth, and fifth car. One person, 5 cars. Until we fucking take 75% of all automobiles off the road in this country, we're fucked. Until we shut down every nuclear reactor, until we shut them all down. A hell of a way to boil a planet. So shelter in place, toxic hellhole. Oh, nothing to see, nothing to see. Oh, I believe them, don't you? I believe them. Kind of like they told us about Fukushima. You know, so this is a, you know, warning for exactly what you're going to get in your emails when we get the big earthquake. In the Central Coast of California, we are so overdue in California for a major. I'm talking an 8-pointer. And the nuclear reactors at Diablo Canyon cannot handle. We just had a 7.6 on the Ring of Fire in Mexico on the Pacific Rim. You have that exact same freaking earthquake at Diablo. Well, you know why it's named Diablo? Do you know it used to be called the Mother's Heart? The Chumash called it the Mother's Heart. That's where they used to come. Down the coast, up the coast, all the indigenous people, and they would meet there, dances, plays, you know, one of the great ecologies on the face of the earth. Place that'll really take your breath away right there. Let's put a nuclear reactor there. When the Spaniards showed up to do their mass murdering, like the rest of the Europeans, they were talking to the Shumas, telling them, what you're going to do to them. Oh, an earthquake and a tsunami hit. And they named it the Devil. Diablo, great place for a nuclear reactor. You think that's a coincidence? Sin Onofre on Balco, the greatest accomplishment by grassroots activists in human history. Kevin Blanch and friends. Sin Onofre never closes down without my cancer. Never. We kicked down that fucking domino. They had no intention. They were afraid of jail. Diablo Canyon, TikTok. Gavin's going to save them! So you'll get the email when you have the earthquake there. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And they will say just this. Shelter in place, close your windows. Just like Hillary's email said after Fukushima that they covered up and hid. Shelter in place, don't take any risks, don't go outside to her staffers. Take a shower, wash your clothes, don't take any chances. Barack Obama never promised you a rose garden. I'll keep you abreast on March 17, 2011. I'll tell you what I know about Fukushima. The plume is not radioactive. The so-called experts, Caldecott, freaking Busby, Gunnar Schill, who all called it a hydrogen blast. The only person on earth that told you the truth was Kevin Blanch. He never mentioned it again until he went on Jimmy Kimmel in 2016, 5 years later. And you can look it up. Barack Obama, Bush dumb, Obama way dumber. Trump dumbest. He called Fukushima. Well, yeah, I got a call in the middle of the night, like when Fukushima happened. And, Jimmy Kimmel's like, that what? He's funny. Where's Johnny Carson and Don Rickles when you need him? Like Fukushima. The typhoon. Barack Obama called the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. A 9-point earthquake. Just the tsunami alone killed several hundred people. 1,000 people. He called it a typhoon. And then you got Trump dumbest. Oh, by the way, Trump says, because we got 40 fires raging right here in Idaho, and I mean raging. Trump says you in Idaho, you need to get up there and rake up the fucking forest in Idaho. These dumb fucking sheep are still regurgitating. Oh, the states that manage their forests not burning. Fucking that dumbass Kevin told me. My brother said, I said, your brother's a fucking retarded moron. What's the matter with you people? This heat bubble of the Western United States don't give a fuck about no state right. It has zero to do with forest manager. Has to do with the greatest drought in 1,200 years. All post-Fukushima. Shelter in place. Shelter in place. Shelter in place. Okay. Shelter in place. One of the most beautiful, grand ecologies on the face of the earth. They put this toxic hellhole, Tesla. If that guy's not the creepiest fucker on the face of the earth that ever walked, well, I think him and Oliver Stone should get together. That guy's just has proved what a freaking lunatic, phony fucker he is. Well, he was right there with Jeff Bezos, and look up Jeff Bezos' grandfather, guys. The original propagandist, Los Alamos. How about Bill Gates? Utah, Governor Cox in bed with Bill Gates to build little nuclear reactors in Kemmer, Wyoming. Utah, new scale from hell. Little SMRs are going to say there ain't no such thing as a fucking SMR. Do you understand about opportunity cost? Do you understand about opportunity cost? Well, these people do, and they've sucked the life out of the real answer. California's already solved the equation as far as the energy. No rolling blackouts because they went solar. The solar initiative is one of the greatest grassroots activist accomplishments in fucking world history. You got to get rid of your cars. There's only answer is stop consuming, get rid of. Electric cars are not the fucking answer. You know what kind of carbon footprint there is making electricity? Whoa. We've got to lower consumption. We've got to get rid of 75% of the fucking cars in this fucking country. We've got to shut down every single nuclear reactor on Earth. TikTok, hell of a way to boil a planet. Shelter in place at the ELKHORN. Shelter in place at the ELKHORN. One of the most beautiful ecologies on the face of the earth was. Let's build a fucking toxic hellhole battery fucking storage facility there. Oh, I fought it. I fought it tooth and nail when they did it. Do you trust them? Well, you're going to get the same email when Diablo goes. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock. What could go wrong? A nuclear reactor on the Ring of Fire. What's Fukushima? It could be our Fukushima. No. You in California, you all over. Coincidence, dead tide pools wiped out in 2011, 2012. Salmon collapse, 2011, 2012. Fucking heat bubble over the United States, 2011. All predicted by Kevin Blanch, all foretold. First you hypothesize the knowledge, then you do the field work. 11 years. It's going to give you cancer. It's going to give you cancer. Why? I was in critical condition fighting cancer. The fires. I'm the first guy that fucking said it's going to get into the fucking pine needles and it's going to start spontaneous fucking fires. Remember when all the fires, they says, oh, it's got to be a group of arsonists working together because they all started simultaneously, hundreds of miles from each other? And I says, no, it's a plasma. That when the atmosphere becomes so toxic that it catches fucking fire. And it's all post 2011. And you're going to chalk it up. Coincidence doesn't get it in science. All you so-called PhDs, you scientists, you know what, NOAA, fucking EPA, the Army Corps Engineers, those dirtbags, fucking Cal Berkeley, San Diego State University, all you institutions, you should hand over your PhDs, turn over every dime and penny you've ever freaking got from the state, and get on your knees and beg every student you've ever had for forgiveness because you're criminals. You've ignored the greatest ecological catastrophe in the greatest PhD opportunity in human history. And some guy full of cancer is the only one that takes it. Shelter in place! Get ready, because that's what they're going to tell you at Diablo. Just remember Fukushima? Arnie Gundershield for 7 years called it a fucking hydrogen blast. Helen Caldecott says it scares our investors. Chris Busby says the Pacific Ocean's a big place. It'll dilute. These are the people they threw on TV. Who told you the truth about Fukushima from day one and did all the field work for the greatest PhD in human history? You're looking at him. Not to mention kicked over the dominoes, San Onofre. And I live in abject poverty. Fucking no good deed goes unpunished. Fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. Stand tuned. Shelter in place, and click your Amazon app and go shopping. Stand tuned.